Well, hold on, I was supposed to turn it up. Okay. Good to see everybody. Thank you for being here. So, to get us started, we'll do our traditional Chinese bow, taking our right hand, making it into a fist, representing power. There you go. And then taking our left hand, fingers together, representing friendship. And then tucking the thumb, representing humility. The fist goes into the palm, and we say welcome. Thank you for being here today. Didn't want to sit next to me, huh? You never know when you walk in. If you want to rearrange, you can. That was last time, though. So we're in the Wuji position. Deep breathing from the belly. Make sure you're keeping your good, straight posture, all right? Feet shoulder hip distance apart. Nice gentle bend in the knees. That activates the leg muscles. Tucking in the pelvis. Head lifted by the silk thread. Good straight body posture. Let's begin. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Push the hands in front of us next. Inhale to the heart and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Big, deep belly breath in. Long, slow breath out. Inhale to the heart. Exhale, relax the hands down. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. Arms up over the head. Inhale to the heart and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Big, deep belly breath in. Long, slow breath out. Keep looking straight ahead. Inhale and exhale. One more time, we'll inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Arms to the side. Bless you. Inhale to the heart and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Good job. Big, deep belly breath in. Long, slow breath out. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale and exhale. Arms in the diagonals. Inhale to the heart. Left up, right down, either left, and back to center. Right hand up, left hand down. Keep looking straight ahead. Keep your good posture. Inhale and exhale. Keep looking straight ahead. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale to the heart and exhale, relax the hands down. So, nice hint for you. As you're letting your hands relax down, don't watch your hands. Keep looking straight ahead, okay? When we watch our hands, we start losing our body posture a lot of times. So keep looking straight ahead as you let those hands down. It's one of the things we want to try and work on, all right? Flapping the arms like bird wings, big, deep belly breath in. Be nice and kind to your shoulders. Exhale, relax the hands down. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Good job. And lastly, gathering chi. Big, deep belly breath in. And long, slow breath out. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. There you go. That's our deep breathing exercises. Is anybody not breathing? See, it worked. All right. Get yourself a drink of water. I'm going to turn my phone off. Apparently, it was not on Do Not Disturb. All right. We're going to do our warm-up exercise. You can do these from the chair. You can do them standing up, either way. If you're doing them from a chair, you sit up nice and straight and tall. If you're doing them standing, try and stand in that Wuji position as long as you're able to. Okay? Remember, as we sit in the chair, our feet are flat on the floor, kind of rock forward on the pelvis, head lifted by the silk thread. So we have a good straight body posture. Same thing we do when we are standing. Okay? So we are going to start out with the chin tuck. You're fine. No. Oh yeah, yeah. If you're if no, no problem at all. So I understand. There you go. There you go. You might want to move your water glass so I don't tip it over if I have to go to the computer. No, you're fine. You're fine. So we're going to do the chin tuck, all right? So we're going to float the hands up in front of us, hands to the chest, tucking in the chin, looking straight ahead. Don't look at the ground, look straight ahead. Hands come out, chin gently floats up. And then we sink the chin to the chest without leaning forward. Again, we float the hands up in front of us, hands to the chest, tucking in the chin, looking straight ahead. Hands come out, chin gently floats up, and sink the chin down to the chest. Make sure you're standing in that Wuji position. Float the hands up in front of us. Keep the chin level, looking straight ahead, tucking in that chin. Hands come out, chin gently floats up, and sink the chin down to the chest without leaning forward. Beautiful. Next neck exercise, we're going to look side to side for our hand position. Tai Chi ball, right hand is on top. Watch the left hand going over the left shoulder. Turn the neck, feel the stretch, and then come back to center. Come back to prayer hands. Tai Chi ball, left hand is on top. Watch the right hand going over the right shoulder. Turn the neck, feel the stretch, and come back to center. Prayer hand position. Tai Chi ball, right hand on top. Left hand, left shoulder, turning the neck, feeling the stretch, looking left, pushing down right. Come back to center, come back to prayer hands. Tai Chi ball, left hand is on top. Watch the right hand going over the right shoulder, turning the neck, feeling the stretch. And come back to center. Beautiful. One more time. Don't watch me. Turn the neck. All right, so we're turning our neck, looking over one shoulder, turning the neck, looking over the other shoulder. Tai Chi ball, right hand on top as opposed to the wrong hand. Come on, that was funny. Left hand, left shoulder, looking left, pushing down, right hand. Come back to center, come back to prayer hands. Tai Chi ball, left hand is on top. Watch the right hand going over the right shoulder, looking right, pushing down left. Turning the neck, feeling the stretch. Come back to center, come back to prayer hands, and relax the hands down. Beautiful. When I try and turn your neck to the left and to the right, it's giving your neck more of a stretch, all right? So not just doing this with our hands, but actually turning our neck, all right? All right, Forward shoulder circles, bring the shoulders back, then up, then forward and down. Shoulders back, up, forward, and down. Keep looking straight ahead, shoulders back, up, forward, and down. Beautiful. Now reverse. Shoulders forward, up, back, and down. Forward, up, back, and down. Forward, up, back, and down. Beautiful. And adjust your microphone if you need to. Gathering chi, reaching for infinity. Gently reaching out, reaching up. Keep looking straight ahead. Exhale, relax the hands down. Again, gently reaching out, reaching up. Beautiful stretch. And exhale, relax the hands down. One more time, gently reaching out, reaching up. Beautiful stretch. And exhale, relax the hands down. Beautiful. Touching heaven and earth. You're welcome. Prayer hand position. Left hand up, right hand down, stretching the spine, floating the head towards the ceiling. And come back to center, not looking up at the ceiling, looking straight ahead. Right hand up, left hand down, stretching the spine. Good job. Come back to center. Left hand up, right hand down, floating the head towards the ceiling, feeling the nice stretch. Come back to center. Make sure you're looking straight ahead on this one. Right hand up, left hand down, gently stretching the spine. And come back to center. Beautiful. 100 more times. Left hand up, right hand down, stretching the spine. Come back to center. There you go. Somebody was listening. Right hand up, left hand down, stretching the spine. And come back to center and relax the hands down. A nice hint I'll give you on that one, just as we don't want to watch our hands go down, right? While we do that exercise, we're not looking up, you look straight ahead. So I'm looking at the bottom line of that TV. Oh, you got a question? Okay. You're just practicing, that's fine. Because a lot of times what we're trying to do is we have a natural habit sometimes of looking up when our hands go up. And that can get us in trouble. That can affect our balance. And in fact, I had a lady in my Monday class who doesn't have Parkinson's disease, but she was walking and she was looking at the sky and she tripped over the sidewalk. The next thing she knew, she was laying on her back looking at the sky because she had fallen. So this is something we want to be aware of. So if she'd been looking straight ahead, she could have seen that the sidewalk was a problem. But she was looking up at the sky, and it took a long time. It took 4 weeks to get her to quit doing this on gathering chi, but to do this on gathering chi. She'd immediately start doing this, but now she's learned to keep looking straight ahead. So make sure you do that also, okay? That's going to help you, okay? Yeah. All right. Carrying the ball side to side, not moving the hips, moving the upper body. Prayer hand position. Tai Chi ball, left hand is on top. Gently turn to the left. Turn the ball over, right hand is on top, and gently turn to the right. Turn the ball over, left hand's on top. Gently turn to the left. Don't turn too far, don't twist too far. Turn the ball over, right hand's on top. Gently turn to the right. Stay on the right side, turn the ball over, left hand's on top. Gently turn to the left. Stay on the left side, turn the ball over, right hand's on top. Gently turn to the right. And then we turn the ball over, we come back to center and relax the hands down. That's all right. It's really, it's kind of interesting. I've learned over the years that I'll tell you, let's say about like looking at your hands when they're going down. You'll look at your hands and you won't realize that you're doing it. The next step in that is to realize, oh, I'm starting to do this. I need to not do that. That's a great breakthrough. If I have to keep reminding you not to look down, I'm not there all the time with you, right? We only spend an hour, maybe 2 hours a week together. So I'm not there all the time to watch your hands. When you start realizing that that's what you're doing, then you can fix it. It's only realizing it yourself. So when you see your hands go down, don't get mad at yourself. Go, I need to fix that. Keep myself safe. Okay? All right, lower body exercises. Keep the knee bent, keep the body straight. This exercise is best done standing, but if you want to do it seated, you would push down on the leg that I say put the weight on. You would push down on that on the floor. All right? If you're standing, like I said, keep the knee bent, keep the body straight. Use your chairs if you need to. We're going to be testing your balance. All right? Weight shift to the left, right foot, cat stance. You can meow if you want. Tap, right toe to the front, empty. And back to the cat stance. Seated, you would be pushing down on your right foot at this point. Oh, I'm sorry, left foot. Tap the right foot to the side, empty, no weight on it. Like I said, a balance exercise, right? Cat stance. And then left foot behind us. Keep plenty of space between your feet. Keep plenty of space between your feet as you do this. And cat stance. And back to Wu Ji. Beautiful. Keep looking straight ahead as you do this. Don't look down at your feet, all right? Weight shift to the right, left foot, cat stance. Left foot to the front, empty, no weight on it. Keep all your weight right. And cat stance. Left foot to the side, empty. And cat stance. And then left foot behind us. Use your chair if you need to. Keep plenty of space between your feet. And cat stance. And back to Wu Ji. Beautiful. Good job. I'll get it for you. Good dance move. All right. Any questions about that exercise? We all need to practice. No. Well, Chinese say you do something 100 times to learn the move. You do it 1,000 times to make the move look beautiful, and you do it 10,000 times to grasp the intent of the move. So where are you at? You at 100, 1,000, or 10,000, right? All right. Let's have a seat. Let's do a couple of our exercises from the chair, all right? All right. You guys are so excited, I can tell. All right. So when we are sitting, anytime we're doing Tai Chi when we're sitting, what we try and do is sit up on the edge of the chair if at all possible, okay? My feet are flat on the floor, a 90-degree bend between the upper and the lower leg. Pelvic bone is kind of a bowl-shaped bone, and instead of rocking back on the pelvic bone, we rock forward on the pelvic bone, straightening our spine, and the head is lifted by a silk thread, so we keep good straight body posture. Keep good straight body posture from the side, and good straight body posture in the front, okay? So this is like sitting in the Wu Ji position, if you will, okay? Again, practice this during the day, all right? When you're watching, well, you can't watch the Cardinals, watching the Blues. If you watch the Blues play, try and sit like this a little bit. This is helping build up your core muscles. And a lot of times we forget about these as people with Parkinson's, our symptoms show up in our extremities. And so we base a lot of our exercises on the extremities. Really, you need to be watching your core strength also. This is what your body is built on, okay? So first exercise we do is going to be for the hips. So turn to the right-hand side of the chair. Now, try and keep your knee above your heel as you do this. So let's do it with the leg one time. So slide the left leg out, keeping the knee directly above the heel. Good job, everyone. And come back to center. Let's go ahead, add the hands. Prayer hand position. Push against the imaginary wall on the right and open up the left leg simultaneously. Keep the knee above the ankle. And come back to center. Try and keep that right angle as you do this. Push against the right wall, open up the left leg, feel the stretch in the hips and the lower back. Keep the knee above the ankle. That's going to intensify the stretch. And come back to center. Let's do it one more time because we're having so much fun. I can just see it in your faces. Push to the right, open up left leg. And come back to center. Relax the hands down. Beautiful. Let's shift to the left-hand side of the chair. We're going to do the same thing. Remember, when our foot's out here, we don't want it to be out here or back here. We want this to have a right angle. So the knee is above that ankle. Okay? Let's try with just the leg one time. Slide the right leg out, keeping that right angle. Ah, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Come back to center. Let's add the hands. Push against the imaginary left wall. Open up the right leg simultaneously. Keep that right angle going. Come back to center. Push against the left wall. Open up the right leg. At the same time, keep the knee above the ankle. Come back to center. One more time. Push against the left wall. Open up the right leg. Feel that nice stretch. And come back to center. Relax the hands down. And turn back towards the front and shake those legs loose. Beautiful. Let's do second hip exercise. We're going to, with our leg, pick it up or push it down. What we're trying to do is keep our body posture nice and straight. So, excuse me, as you pick up the leg, don't lean backwards, don't crunch. Keep the body straight and lift the knee up simultaneously, all right? Imagine that your head has that silk thread and someone's pulling up on that silk thread at the same time you're lifting your knee. That'll help you keep your body straight, okay? Likewise, not as hard to do, but equally as important. As you're pushing down, sometimes we want to lean forward to get a little bit more leverage, but stay nice and straight, push down on your foot, keep the body straight. Again, working that core. Okay? Yay. All right. Hands down at the side. Lift up the left leg, hands behind us, keeping the back straight, keeping the body straight. And relax. Hands in front of us, push down on the left foot, hard as you can, like you're trying to push your foot through the floor. And relax. Lift up the left leg, hands behind us. And relax. Hands in front of us, push down on the left foot, hard as you can. Push, 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 push. Relax. One more time. Lift up the left leg, hands behind us. And relax. And then hands in front of us, push down on the left foot, hard as you can. Push, push, push. And relax. Beautiful. Now we're going to shift to the right leg. Lift up the right leg, hands behind us, keeping the back straight, keeping the body straight, and relax. Hands in front of us, push down on the right foot, hard as we can. Push, 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 and relax. Keeping a good body posture. Lift up the right leg, hands behind us. Big smile on your face because you're having so much fun. And relax. Though I have to remind you of that. It's weird. Push down on the right foot, hard as you can. Pushing down. Push, push, push. And relax. One more time. Lift up the right leg. Keep the back straight. Keep the body straight. And relax. Hands in front of us. Push down on the right foot hard as you can, pushing down, trying to drive it into the basement, and relax. And then shake those legs loose. Good job. All right. It's a lot of work, isn't it? Burn a lot of calories doing that. Um, but maybe if your legs are a little sore, that's a sign you need to do this every day. Just maybe. Just maybe. Okay? All right. All right. You guys look like you need some humor. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Dad joke. Same thing. Yeah, she probably did. Hey, hey. Um, that's my camera. There we go. I was out jogging yesterday and I ran into a lamppost. It's okay. It was a light injury. Fitness trainer asked me, what kind of squat are you accustomed to doing? I said, diddly. If you get a loan at a bank, you'll be paying for it for 30 years. If you rob a bank, you'll only be jailed for 10 years. Follow me for more financial advice. And then this one, you guys will like this one. So, my wife said she missed me. Normally that would be good, but she's reloading. There's your dad jokes for today. Okay, good. It's all about you feeling good. So I'm glad you're feeling better. All right. So now we're going to do our knee exercises, heel kick. This is one of those exercises you want to remember and try to do. Doing all 12 exercises is good for you. But if you need to start somewhere and start easy, ankle exercise, which we'll do in a minute, this knee exercise, and 10 minutes of deep breathing. Those are the three things you want to remember and try and do every day. It's going to help your legs get stronger. All right. Oh, yeah. Yep. Yep. Exactly. Exactly. So, and we're going to do that with the meditation that we're going to do in about 15, 20 minutes. We're going to do a little bit of meditation and work on that breathing because meditation all starts at the breathing. Whether you focus on something, use a mantra, focus on progressive relaxation, doesn't matter. It really all comes back to our breathing on that one, okay? But for right now, knee exercise, heel kick. We're going to do 4 motions with the leg. We're going to pick the leg up, kick the leg out, pick the leg back up, and float the foot to the ground. We're going to keep our body straight in this direction, keep our back straight in this direction, okay? And punch out the opposite hand. If you're not able to do both hands and feet, do the feet first, all right? Pick up the hands later if that's too confusing for you, okay? All right. Hands loosely clenched at the belt line. Pick up the left leg. Heel kick left, punch out right fist. Pick up the left leg. The foot is floating in the air. And then float the foot to the ground. Good job. Pick up the right leg. Heel kick right, punch out left fist. Pick up the right leg, let it hover, float the foot to the ground. Make sure you're sitting up and down, nice and straight. If you need to use the back of the chair, scoot all the way to the back of the chair, all right? Pick up the left leg, heel kick left, punch out right fist. Pick up the left leg, float the foot to the ground. Pick up the right leg, heel kick right, punch out left fist. Pick up the right leg, float the foot to the ground. Beautiful, halfway through. Pick up the left leg, heel kick left, punch out right. Pick up the left leg, float the foot to the ground. Pick up the right leg, heel kick right, punch out left fist. Pick up the right leg, let it hover there, float the foot to the ground. Beautiful. One more time, sit up nice and straight and tall. Pick up the left leg, heel kick left, punch out right fist. Pick up the left leg, float the foot to the ground. Pick up the right leg, heel kick right, punch out left fist. And then pick up the right leg and float the foot to the ground. Shake those legs loose. Good job. All right. Toe kick is next. Same thing we just did. We're just pointing the toe out instead of pointing the toe up. So not doing a heel kick, but doing a toe kick. Okay? So sit up nice and straight. Make your mom proud. Pick up the left leg, toe kick left, punch out right fist. Pick up the left leg, float the foot to the ground. Pick up the right leg, toe kick right, punch out left fist. Pick up the right leg and float the foot to the ground. Pick up the left leg, toe kick left, punch out right fist. Pick up the left leg, float the foot to the ground. Sitting up nice and straight and tall, pick up the right leg, toe kick right, punch out left fist. Pick up the right leg, float the foot to the ground. That's two. We got two more to go. Halfway there. Pick up the left leg, toe kick left, punch out right fist. Pick up the left leg, let the foot hover in the air, float the foot to the ground. Pick up the right leg, toe kick right, punch out left fist. Pick up the right leg, let it hover in the air, float the foot to the ground. Beautiful. One more time. Pick up the left leg, toe kick left, punch out right fist. Pick up the left leg, float the foot to the ground. Pick up the right leg, toe kick right, punch out left fist. Pick up the right leg and float the foot to the ground. Shake those legs loose. Not an easy exercise, is it? No. So about once a year, usually in January, I take my standing Tai Chi classes and we do seated exercises. Most everybody says, I don't want to do them, but we do them anyway. But inevitably, people say the very same thing. This is harder seated than it is standing. And a lot of people, I would say probably 10% of the people come back the next week and say, wow, I really exercised some muscles that I didn't realize I had when they come back the next week. So doing this seated isn't necessarily giving you a break. We're working your core muscles a lot when we do this. And it's very important to work your core muscles. And it's not necessarily easy. So, okay. You guys having fun? All right. So let's stand up. Let's do our ankle exercises. All right. If you need to stay seated, that's fine. I'm going to get a drink of water. All right. So we're going to do our ankle exercises. You can do these from the seated position. I like doing them standing because what happens is as we're balancing all of our weight on one leg, we're exercising that leg and exercising the opposite ankle, which is really nice. Okay? So keep the body straight, keep the knee bent, keep that smile going. Weight shift to the right, left foot, touch heel and toe. Heel and toe. Heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, and toe. Now shift weight left. All the weight's on the left, right foot, heel and toe. Heel and toe. Heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe. One more time. Don't move the leg, move the ankle, heel and toe. And come back to center. That's the third exercise you remember. That one's a real easy one, right? Heel, toe, heel, toe. One of the keys on that, looking at it from the side, you try and move just the ankle, not the lower leg. So I'm not doing this as I touch heel and toe, but I'm doing this as I touch heel and toe. Okay? If I'm doing this, touching heel and toe, I'm not moving my ankle. I can do this. I could have a cast on my ankle and be doing this. When I keep my leg still, now I'm exercising the ankle. And apparently, from what I'm gathering from our motion, there's a word for the motion, the neurologist, the movement disorder specialist. Parkinson shows up a lot in our wrist and our ankles. So we want to keep those joints going. We want to keep them strong and want to keep them fluid as much as possible. Okay? So, second ankle exercise from the Wuji position. Weight shift to the right, left foot, touch little toe and big toe. Outside and inside. Little toe, big toe, little toe, and big toe. Weight shift to the left, right foot, little toe, big toe, outside, inside, little toe, big toe, outside, inside, or as one of my instructors says, touch your corn and touch your bunion, and back to center. Beautiful. Pardon me? Yes, exactly. That's exactly. All right. That's what happens when you're missing a balance nerve, right? All right. Any questions about those 12 exercises? So my goal is to get you to be able to do all 12 exercises on your own, like every morning or every afternoon. But you don't have to set yourself a lofty goal. You can just say, one time this week till I see Craig again on Friday, I'm going to do the warm-up exercises. So like on Tuesday is about the halfway point. So you could try those 12 exercises. Now, maybe you only know 4 exercises, maybe you know 6. Just do what you know, right? Maybe by doing the exercise, you'll be doing this exercise and go, oh yeah, the next one is doing this side to side. But do whatever you can, but start out with the heel kick, start out with the ankle exercise. Those are ones you want to memorize. And then do some deep breathing every day. It's really, really helpful. It's weird how we need oxygen, right? It's straight. Well, I mean, if you look at it, how long can a human go without food? It can go, some conditions, over a month without food. How long can someone go without water? There was one guy who was like 11 days without water out in Utah. He was trapped under a boulder. How long can you go without breathing? Only minutes, right? I mean, there's some people like there's some of those deep divers that can go like 5 minutes and hold their breath, but those are a rarity. So oxygen is so important for us. So do that deep breathing. Okay. All right. You guys look so excited. Let's do our forward backward hip exercise. I love that exercise for my people with Parkinson's. So seated, this is the exercise where we were lifting the leg and pushing the foot down. Same exercise, just doing that seated. Okay. Standing, give you a view from the side. We're touching the heel in front of us and touching the toe behind us. What I like my Parkinson's friends to do is lift the knee as you touch the heel and lift the knee as you touch the toe, not just swing the leg through. Okay. Also, from this perspective, as you step backwards, keep plenty of space between your feet. I'm not stepping backwards like this, but stepping backwards and keeping plenty of space. So if for some reason I need to set my foot down, nice and easy to do. I'm not fighting my balance. I'm nice and stable. Okay? All right. Weight shift to the right. Empty left heel. Hands behind us. Seated, you're lifting your left leg in the air. Lifting the knee, empty left toe. Now you're pushing your left foot down as hard as you can, hands in front of you. Lifting the knee as we transition. Lift the knee in the air, seated. There you go. Empty heel, hands behind us. Lifting the knee as you transition. Empty left toe, pushing down on the left foot hard as you can. And come back to center. One note on this. When you're doing this from the seated position, it is imperative that when you push down in your foot, you have this right angle. When we start putting our leg out here and pushing down, we start hyperextending our knee. And you're going to come to me next week and say you have knee problems, all right? So you want to keep your leg straight so the force goes down and you're not doing a torquing force on your knee, okay? So You want to be lifting the leg, hands behind us, pushing down on the leg, hands in front of us. Okay? All right. Other side, weight shift to the left, empty, right heel, hands behind us, pushing or picking up on the right leg if you're seated, and then touching the toe and hands in front of us. Empty heel, lifting up on the leg if you're seated, and then pushing down on the leg if you're seated, touching the toe behind us. Good spacing. One more time. Empty heel, lifting that knee as you transition, lifting up on the leg if you're seated, touching the toe, lifting the knee as you transition, pushing down on the foot if you are seated, and come back to center. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Any questions on that exercise? All right. So we worked on this a little bit yesterday. So the next step is what we call the bow stance, where you step out empty and you punch out as you shift your weight forward. And then you shift your weight backwards and come back to center. This is an extension of what we just did. All right. So where you were setting your heel down empty is the same place you want to sit your foot down now. All right. But I'm setting the whole foot down, but I don't have any weight on my foot. All my weight is on the opposite leg at this point. I don't have any weight on that front foot. So make sure that you're not stepping out too far and putting weight on that foot. Keep your steps short. Okay. Then when you're happy with where your foot is, then shift the weight 70%, 30%, and then shift weight back, but don't move the feet yet, and then come back to center. Okay? This is called the bow stance. It's short for arrow, bow and arrow. Okay? Let's do just the feet first, then we can add the hands if you need to. Okay? Weight shift to the right, bend in the right knee, empty, left foot. Beautiful. Weight shifts left, 70% on the left, 30% on the right. Back heel is down. Weight shifts back. Don't move the feet yet. And come back to center. Good job. Weight shift to the left. Bend in the left knee. Step out empty right foot. Weight shifts right. Beautiful. 70%, 30%. Weight shifts back and back to center. Nice job. Weight shifts right, step out empty left foot. Step out empty left, weight shifts left, 70-30, keep the back heel down. There you go. Shift, bring the weight forward. There you go. Weight shifts back and come back to center. Good job. Weight shifts left, step out empty right. Weight shifts right, 70-30. Weight shifts back. Don't move the feet yet. And back to center. Excellent. So I'll give you a hint on this one. So show you, it shows better from the side. I step out empty with my foot. When I want to shift my weight, I don't lean my weight forward, but I push my hips forward to shift my weight. And I push my hips backwards to shift weight. All right. My head and shoulders just follow whatever my hips are doing. Okay. But that's how we shift our weight, not with our upper body. That's going to get you in trouble. And you're going to, like, if you start leaning forward, you're going to feel all the weight on your toes. And you want to feel solid weight on your feet, not just all your weight on your toes. All right. So from the Wuji position, weight shifts to the right. Step out empty left. Now at this point, I want to shift my weight forward, so I drive my hips forward. Keep that back heel down as you do this. Weight shifts back. Don't move the feet. Good job. Come back to center. Weight shift to the left. Step out empty right. Again, I want to shift my weight forward, so I drive my hips forward. Push the hips forward. Bring the hips forward. And then bring the hips back, weight shifting back. Come back to center. And for just the fun of it, adding the hands. So it's the opposite hand, all right? Weight shift to the right, step out, empty left foot. If you need to use your chair, do so. Weight shifts left, punch out, right fist. Keep the back heel down. weight shifts back, pushing the hips back, and come back to center. Weight shifts to the left, step out empty right, don't step too far. Weight shifts right, punch out left fist, opposite hand. Keep the back heel down. Weight shifts back and come back to center. Beautiful. So one of the reasons we try and get our core strong is for that exercise right there, that when you step out, that you don't do this to try and lean forward and shift your weight, but you drive the hips forward. So we try and build up your core so it's able to move your hips the way you want to do. Okay? That's one of the reasons that we work on that core strength so much, because that's going to be what drives your body. When I do this, I'm actually making myself into a fall risk. When I do this, I'm really hard to push over. Like if you came up and tried to push me, this is a real stable position. Forward, backward, side, side, doesn't matter. This is a really stable position and I'm hard to push out of this position. If I'm leaning forward like this, I become very easy to push, and which therefore makes it easy for you to fall. Okay? So I'm using those hips, and that comes from our core strength. Okay? All right. Just trying to explain the reasoning behind all of this. There's a reason for all of this. All right? Any questions? No questions. I thought I'd hear a question from the back. All right. He comes up with good questions. All right. Let's have a seat. Let's do some meditation then. Now I'm going to turn it. I'm sorry. What was the question? Oh, yeah. You're hungry? Yeah, sorry, we don't feed sandwiches here or anything. So, yeah. Oh, there's snacks are? Oh, well, doggone it. I didn't know that. Are there M&Ms? Really? Oh, I love M&Ms. Nah, I'm not into those. M&Ms, love M&Ms. My mom used to put out every Christmas in a Christmas decorated bowl. She would put M&Ms made red and green M&Ms. So she used to do a bowl of red and green M&Ms. So my wife does that now every Christmas just to honor my mother. So it's a great way to honor her. So, and M&Ms are awesome. All right. So we are going to do some meditation. As we said earlier, it all comes down to our breathing. You want to make sure you get your breathing right. Really good way to do our breathing. So my sternum, my ribs and my sternum meet like right here. Okay. So I can take one hand and put it below my sternum so that upper knuckle is touching right at the bottom there. I can have one hand here, and everybody knows where the belly button is, right? Anybody not know? Okay. So my belly button is right here. So I took the other hand and place it below the belly button. So one hand is here and one hand is here. Now, when I breathe, I don't, I want my belly to expand. All right. So as I breathe, the lower hand moves out as I inhale. And then as I exhale, the lower hand moves in. Now, some people, if you tell them to take a deep breath, they will kind of puff out their chest, right? The Chinese consider that upside down breathing because you're only using part of your lungs. You're not using your whole lung. And if you upside down breathe, see how the upper hand moves and the lower hand sinks in? That's why they call it opposite breathing, all right? So instead, when I take a deep breath, upper hand doesn't move, but the lower hand expands out, and then breathe out, and that lower hand expands in. Yes, sir. I knew it. I knew it. Just my timing was off. Yes, sir. Probably not. Thank you. That's probably a good point. Trying to convince some people is tough to do. They teach us in yoga to do all different styles of breathing, and they teach you to do chest breathing. They teach you to like breathe in one nostril, out another nostril, breathe in through the mouth and out through the nose. So yoga teaches you all different kinds of breathing. The Chinese have one style of breathing. They have several different names for it, but they have one style of breathing, and they call it, it's known as embryonic breathing, or dantian breathing, or belly breathing. It's all the same thing, but it has to do with when a baby is developing in the womb, the last thing to develop are its lungs. So when it comes out, it's using all of its lungs. That baby is using all of its lungs to breathe. That's why premature babies are on incubators, because they need help, because their lungs haven't fully developed yet. Um, and if you talk to anybody who's a pediatrician, and I've talked to many, in the first year of its life, maybe even longer, they can tell a baby's respiratory rate by watching its belly move up and down, because it's using all of its lungs. When a baby gets into adolescence, then it reverses that. But it's been shown medically, if you do chest breathing, expanding the chest out, you use at the most 80% of your lungs, probably less. When you do belly breathing, you use 100% of your lungs, because what's happening is your diaphragm is going down and it's making the belly puff out, because you have all these major organs here, right? So they have to go somewhere. So this diaphragm goes down, and as it comes down, it's pulling air into your lungs, and that's what's filling your lungs up. And I've actually had one of my students wear a pulse ox doing the breathing that we did right at the beginning of the class, and her pulse ox raised 2 points by doing that belly breathing. And 2 points, it's really 2 points on a 10-point scale, because once you get below 90, they want to start putting you on oxygen and everything. So I have all kinds of books. I seriously have like over 6 books just talking about breathing in and of itself. And this is the healthiest way to breathe. Um, and one other quick thing, people who belly breathe like this and use all of their lungs, have you ever known an elderly person? And I'm not referring to anybody in this room, all right? Just so we know, we're aware of that. But have you ever seen an elderly person who can't take a deep breath? You say, take a deep breath, and they're like, it's kind of like a strangled breath. That's because their ribs, um, in between your ribs, you have cartilage. All right. So as long as you're deep breathing and moving those ribs, that cartilage stays flexible. You drink enough water, you do the deep breathing, our ribs stay flexible. Once we stop doing the deep breathing, and when we only start going, doing almost like panting like that, when the ribs, when they don't expand like that, they quit expanding, and that cartilage locks up. And then you can't take a deep breath because your lung runs into your ribs. Okay, so this is another reason why this deep breathing is so important. It's keeping your rib cage nice and flexible. Okay, so again, it all comes back to breathing. I could actually talk on breathing for like probably half hour, 45 minutes. There's it's amazing what you realize when you breathe, and how life goes so much better when you breathe properly. And even sitting, um, people scoff at, it doesn't make that big of a difference to sit like this or sit like this. It actually makes a huge difference, because when I sit like this, again, all these major organs are pushing up against my diaphragm. And so that diaphragm can't drop all the way. So it's like taking a fireplace bellows and not opening it all the way. That's essentially what's happening here. But when I sit up nice and straight and tall, now I have more room in my belly, so that diaphragm is able to drop down all the way. And so this is one reason why the Chinese say you want to be nice and straight, that you're not hunched over like this while breathing, but you're staying nice and straight when you breathe. It's kind of an oxymoron. When people want to breathe better, they lean over. It actually makes it worse, not better. And you teach people, you see some runners, the smart ones, will open up their body. So a lot of times they put their hands behind their head, because that opens up the body as opposed to bending over. Okay? So, again, it all comes back to breathing. I, sure. Hmm. You're right. Yeah. And the Chinese have us. You actually, when you breathe in through the nose. They call it small circulation breathing. When you first start breathing, you breathe in through the nose, into the belly, out of the belly, out through the mouth. So you think of it linearly, right? As you get better with your breathing, you trying to think of it as a circle. So you breathe in through the nose, into the top of your head, down your back, into your belly. And then when you breathe out of your belly and out through your mouth. So it makes a circulation as you breathe. And then as you breathe, you have the roof of your mouth and you take your tongue and put it on the roof of your mouth. And this combines your conception vessel with your governing vessel, and it connects those two in your body, which is very healthy for us in the Chinese way of circulating your chi. So you put your tongue on the roof of your mouth and connect those two, and it becomes a circle. See, I told you I could talk about breathing too long. So let's do just some deep breathing because I talked for too long, and I apologize. Get me going about breathing though. There's seriously, there's books you can read on breathing. I can give you some really good books. But for right now, let's sit up nice and straight and tall. That gathering chi exercise that we do, essentially we'll do that. If you want to use the arms, go ahead and do it. If you just want to sit there and take a big deep breath, do that. Okay. So closing your eyes, sitting up nice and straight and tall. That lets the energy flow well as we sit up nice and straight and tall. Inhale the hands up. Feel the belly expand and then exhale as you relax the hands down. Keeping the eyes closed, removing your mind of any thoughts. Inhale. Not worried about what happened this morning. Exhale. Not worried about what could happen this afternoon. Stay in the here and the now. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, big, deep belly breath in, long, slow, deep breath. And then exhale, breathing out through the mouth, releasing all of the air. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. So, as we meditate, you actually get better at meditating. It took me, when I first started meditating, like 15, 20 minutes to get into a meditative state. Depends on what kind of a day I was having. Having a worse day takes longer to meditate or to get into a meditative state. Um, but I've practiced my meditation enough, I can actually get into a meditative state usually within a few breaths. If I'm having a bad day, again, it takes a little bit longer. But that's why we want to practice our meditation, is so that we are able to get into a meditative state easier, and that's relaxing for our body. Okay. And sometime I'll talk to you about the pelvic floor and breathing also, because that's very healthy for us also. But I don't want to keep you too long. All right. Any questions? Don't ask.